Hello friends, welcome back to Jolly Days. How are you guys doing? Time flies really quickly when you're either busy or literally not doing anything. And we are already approaching the last second month of the year. Have you guys accomplished the goals that you have set out for the year? Ever since I started bullet journaling last year, I realized that my favorite month to set up has to be November. I'm in love with the fall vibes despite that I can't physically experience it wherever I am, but the colors just give such a warm and cozy feeling that even the worst days shall pass. So I'm definitely keeping the fall vibes theme to this month. Anyway, this month I'm using a brown pen to do the outlines, just because I thought that it would fit the most into this theme. For the cover page, last year I did something similar where it's a layering of different objects. And this time I'm using the same approach with stacking of books, a cup of hot chocolate, and a very fall vibe scarf laid at the bottom. It just looks so cozy here. I will also be using a lot of warm colors here, like oranges, reds, browns, a little bit of greens, but it's like on a warm shade. There's nothing very fanciful about the cover page, but I was so inspired by one of the Pinterest images that I saw, thus I decided to implement it into the cover page. And we are done with the cover page. Next we have the quote page. I picked this quote: "Autumn is a second spring when every leaf is a flower." I feel so close to this quote because while spring is the season of blooming flowers, to me autumn feels the exact same way as how people view spring. I really love this season, and hopefully one day I can get to experience it in a country where the characteristics of this season is very prominent. Falling maple leaves, pumpkins decorations, people sitting by the side of the tree in a park, holding a book. I honestly don't know if these are imaginations or the setup you see in shows, but I really do wish to see such scenes in real life one day. Let's hope that the pandemic shall pass soon and we can all travel freely again. spread, which will feature the calendar page first. Calendar spread will be in a grid space of 3x5 for each day. I really like when the calendar starts on a Monday. It just feels so satisfying, like it's a good and a brand new start of the month. I'll fill the remaining spaces with the autumn theme with doodles. I won't be doing as much outlines of the doodles like my usual style. I'm picking up something new, like it's just straight into colors, and then if I need any details, I will just fill in with the brown pen. I think it looks really cute, and I saw a lot of such style on Pinterest that I really want to implement it into my journal. So I guess this theme fits really well for such style, especially mostly just leaves and flowers. Do I make sense? Page, which is the water tracker. I'm using a wheel type of trackers for this month, as I really want to draw a ring of the plants. That's why I thought that I could use a round wheeled tracker here. Water trackers design has always been the hardest setup for me to do. I realized that last time I will use 8 colors to represent how many cups of water of the day. Then after, I start to track other types of beverages, and then the previous style of tracking using 8 colors wouldn't work on such tracking anymore. I will need to use different colors to represent different beverages rather than to represent in the quantities. And because of that, the quantity increases and I will need more space to record, thus harder to set up since I can't do much decorative elements around. So I think a round one suits really well because I still have ample spaces for me to doodle. Spread. Moving on to the last spread, which is the 2 different trackers. I'll be doing the mood tracker first. This time round, I decided to do a similar spread between the 2 trackers. I may or may not be lazy, but I thought that having 2 similar looking trackers on one spread will look more wholesome, and the doodles look so unified together this way. I think it will most likely be the line graphs type because I don't have enough space for bar graphs. Finally, we are at the habits tracker. Setup is slightly different where I split the month into 2 rows, each with 15 days. Although not as a conventional, but it serves its function very well. The last I did for something like this was for the June setup. As there will be 9 habits to track, but I don't have 9 colors to use, so I split into 3 of different colors for reference to mark for the month. We are done with this setup. Time for the flip through. I am really contented with the outcome for this month's setup. I added the small dots and sparkles here and there of the camera as I thought that it is lacking of some liveliness. Also, I like how the color scheme looks really good together. It was so much better than I visualized it to be. I hope you guys enjoy this setup as much as I do, and hopefully this inspires you for your November setup if you have yet to think of one. As usual, stay safe and healthy. I'll see you in my next video.